What's up, guys? Welcome to the B-side for February 2019. In this video, I'm going to talk about the albums that came out this month that I loved or didn't love, you'll find out, and show you a bunch of really cool records. This is one of my coolest batches of records I've ever shown off in a B-side. You're going to want to stick around for that. Oh, and there's a giveaway too. You might want to stick around for that as well. Just to let you guys know, we're doing the B-side currently on my phone and not with Chris's full setup because TMR Fest is coming up and there is no room in this room to film anything. So a little bootleg this month, but hopefully you'll still enjoy all the content. Alright guys, let's dive into the 3 new albums I had time to listen to this month that I actually enjoyed. The first is Health Volume 4 Slaves of Fear. I really enjoyed this album. Their last album, Death Magic, was very good. About half of it was lost on me, but overall, very solid. This album is electronic noise rock at its absolute finest. It has a post-punk edge to it at times, with a lot of heavy electro noises, and some of the catchiest songs I've heard all year. I love the vocals that have this kind of ethereal, almost witch house element to them at times, but that heavy electronic sound just keeps bringing me back song after song, with an amazing laid-back closer to finish the album off. This album surprised me in ways that I didn't expect it to, and I slept on the Red Limited pre-order on their site like an idiot. Unfortunately, it's now sold out. I missed it, so I'll have to go aftermarket for that. Definitely recommend listening to it if you like kind of like electro rock type stuff with a darker gothic tone. Copeland's Blushing came out. Always been a fan of Copeland. Never been a massive fan, but I've always enjoyed everything they put out thus far. Blushing is no exception. Again, I have not pre-ordered this one. I don't know why. I think I need to pick it up ASAP because I really enjoyed this listen because they kind of diverged from the usual format. It felt like a Copeland album. It had beautiful piano melodies, soft vocals, a welcoming presence by all means, but this album in particular experimented with a little more glitchiness, vocal modification, and some kind of more intense sounds than their previous records. All worked in Aaron Marsh's favor. I mean, this is an excellent record front to back. Deals with a lot of heavy things thematically, lyrically. I recommend checking it out. This is an excellent evolution in Copeland's sound, much like Bon Iver evolved with 22 a Million. It's kind of in that vein, maybe not quite as jarring as that album was compared to the self-titled Bon Iver album, but worth listening to 100%. And finally, Czarface meets Ghostface. I really like this album. I didn't expect to like it because I love Czarface, and I love MF Doom, as you guys know. Did not love Czardoom. I love Czarface. I like Ghostface quite a bit. I really like this album. It was short, it was sweet, it was kind of menacing lyrically, and it was hooky, man. Some of those songs have been stuck in my head ever since I first heard them, so short but sweet. I'd probably have to try to go for that Newberry Comics variant at some point in the near future. But I was very surprised by this collab. I don't know what Doom was doing to make it just not as good as his solo stuff or Czar's solo stuff, but Czar Ghostface, I'd be down for some more of that. Alright, hit you with the news. I'm not going to beat you over the head with this, but as mentioned, I have started a Too Many Records record label of sorts. I'm trying to get albums that don't have vinyl pressings that I really believe in. I believe all of you, if you watch this channel, would love to go to vinyl, and I'm using Crates, the vinyl crowdfunding platform, to do so. So the first release, as I mentioned, is Fort Vine Stay Magical. It's going to be a beautiful double vinyl splatter, gatefold, the whole works, mastered for vinyl. I'll link in the description. If you haven't pledged yet, as of this video, I think we're at about 135, maybe more than that. For pledged, we need to hit 300 before it goes to press. You don't get charged unless it gets pressed, so give it a shot. If you listen to the music, listen to one track, you will fall in love. Give it a pledge, and then one day, hopefully, all of us can have this amazing record in our collection. TMR Fest is coming up real quick. It's in about a week from now, so really excited. I'm still in pricing hell. Priced about 650 of the 1,000 records, so some more to go, but it's going to be great. I can't wait to hang with you guys. Can't wait to see the amazing artists, the album Leaf, Tiny Stills, Fort Vine. It's going to be an afternoon absolutely to remember, so hopefully a lot of you can make it out. Links to that in the description as well. And finally, as a little tease, as you can see in this video, I am wearing a Too Many Records hat. Check out the back of this hat, just unbelievable quality. One of the most comfortable hats I've ever worn. I know a lot of people have been asking about hats. They're here, they're ready, and TMR Fest people are gonna get first dibs. I did say, however, in a recent live stream, and I'll repeat it here, if you do want one of these hats and you wanna be in line, because they are pretty limited, email tmrmerch@gmail.com. Say that you want a hat. We're going first come, first serve with that. So we're going to go up the list as soon as we finish TMR Fest, and any of the remaining hats will be offered to you guys. So make sure you email immediately to secure your spot in line to ensure you get one of these bad boys. At TMR Fest, they're going to be $25. They'll be $29.99 shipped in the US. Not sure about international, might be a couple bucks more. Email TMR merch, Adam will help you out. I can't wait for you guys to get these Yupong amazing hats. I mean, like flex fit style, just you'll love it, I promise. There's also going to be some other merch at TMR Fest, which I'll be announcing in a video next week leading up to TMR Fest. Very excited for that too, so stay tuned. All right, let's talk about the giveaway real quick. I have teamed up with PowerPCMe and Vinyl Moon to give away a members-only variant of Endless Summer. This is an incredible vaporwave adjacent synthy album, extremely catchy. If you like synthy, electronic, kind of down-tempo stuff with a little hint of vaporwave flair, you will love Endless Summer. It comes with a really nice gatefold, and there is a members-only variant for Vinyl Moon people that you can get through this giveaway. Check this out. Really awesome blue vinyl, but that's not the coolest part about this record. No, the music's great, the visuals are great, the packaging is great, but there's also a hologram. Check it out. So if you like this record and you want to get this, as well as a signed test pressing from Ruben, aka PowerPCMe, super simple. I'll leave instructions in the description. Make sure you enter. It's basically just follow all three of us on social media and leave a comment. You'll see the instructions below. One of you will have a chance to win this amazing record and the test pressing. So thank you to Vinyl Moon and PowerPCMe for teaming up for this awesome B-side giveaway. I also got in this amazing bootleg of Super Mario World soundtrack. Absolute classic SNES game. Grew up with it, loved it. Terrible at it as a kid, still am terrible at it. But the music is extremely memorable. And of course, the record is on this beautiful yellow, which matches the cover art, which this art is just so iconic. I mean, you got all the characters wrapped up into one. Excellent track list. I mean, this music will send anyone back to their childhood. And yeah, I'm really happy it sounds great. And this is one of my favorite bootleg labels that's out right now. So shout out to them. Just before I went to film this video, I got excited that a package arrived, and it's something I've been waiting for quite a long time. I pre-ordered the box set for Jose Gonzalez and String Theory's Live in Europe box set album that I guess documents, I don't know if it's all one show, I think it's a series of shows that they put together, but it's basically shows that Jose did with the String Theory Orchestra on tour in Europe. This was a limited version. It's hand numbered on the bottom out of 750, and the man himself signed the jacket. That Jose Gonzalez signature, beautiful gatefold that has a picture of the stage setup. I can't wait to spin this tonight and listen to it. As you guys know, Jose Gonzalez is one of my favorite musicians of all time. I think it was supposed to come with a guitar string from Jose Gonzalez, and I don't see that in here, which is kind of a bummer. But I'll ask him about that in April, because I got a ticket to his show and a meet and greet pass. I'll be meeting the man himself. We'll see if I embarrass myself. Spoilers, I will. Another amazing video game release that I have to showcase for you guys. This is the work of the terrific Materia Collective. I've showed off stuff from them in the past. They've worked on a bunch of Zelda releases, including some ones that are coming up in the future, like Zelda and Chill, which is just what it sounds like, jazzy Zelda lo-fi beats, and the Majora's Mask orchestral rendition done by the amazing Rosen. This is no different than their usual high-quality stuff, in the sense that this is something that if you're a video game fan, you must own. This is Pokemon's piano collections from Red and Blue, which is the iconic start to the series. So this art is amazing on the front. Just look at that silver leaf on the bottom. This is done as a labor of love, and I have to show you guys what these discs look like. This was the Kickstarter backer variant. It doesn't get better than this, folks. Beautiful, looks like a peppermint red splatter on white. And then of course you can't leave blue out. Blue was the game I grew up with. Even though I liked Charmander more, I still got blue. I was weird. Blue on white splatter with some other kind of darker kind of blue splatter mixed into it. These discs look amazing, and the pressing sounds terrific also. I don't know if it's just my new turntable, but it sounds really good, and it brings me right back to my childhood. I have a bootleg that plays the actual music. This is just a beautiful rendition of it with piano. So shout out to Materia Collective, one of my favorite labels doing what they're doing. If you're a video game music fan, I'm sure you know them. If not, definitely dive into their releases, because there's a ton in the past that you have to catch up on, and a ton in the future to check out. Ever since I got my new clear audio concept, which you can kind of see back there, I've been obsessed with finding the best pressings in my collection and seeking out the best pressings in the world. And I've recently picked up 2 MOFI pressings, Mobile Fidelity Sound Labs, and you guys know those because on the top they have original master recording written on top. Before this, I only owned Weezer's Blue album, which sounds good. Haven't tested it on a new system, but I did pick up one of my favorite Bob Dylan albums, the Freewheelin' Bob Dylan, spun it on the clear audio, and oh my God, it sounded like Bob Dylan was in the room with me. His vocals were so prominent. It was like the first time I ever heard the album again. And I also splurged and picked up this incredible standout album by Dead Can Dance called Spirit Chaser. MoFi did a really good job with this one. If you don't know Dead Can Dance, I cannot recommend them highly enough. Tribal, ambient, atmospheric music that will just completely transport you. They have a ton of albums too, so there's a lot to dig into. Spirit Chaser is a great place to start, and this MoFi version really tested my system to the limits. Unbelievable. Was able to cross another grail off my checklist as well. This is obviously the weirdest packaging of records possibly ever to exist. Yes, folks, this is Aphex Twin's Drugs album, DRUKQS, and it comes in this oblong box that absolutely no one knew how to store. 4 discs fit in here, and apparently it sounds wonderful. I'm going to be spinning it right after I record this. I haven't spun it yet. I'm doing this first because I love you guys, but I can't wait to listen to this record. This is one of the best IDM, electronic, drum and bass inspired records, probably of all time. And I don't know if this will ever get a release again because of how strange this was. Maybe Warp will do it in a more simplistic manner, maybe 2 discs, maybe just a standard jacket. I don't know if it'll ever get the crazy box again. But the coolest part is this box is almost perfectly intact and the discs are near mint, only spun once, I believe. I got it for like $100 less than it usually goes for, and when it usually goes, it's usually beat to crap. Someone just had stored it in like a corner and it was just stepped on and thrown around. This box, still in the shrink, just open. So this was an awesome, awesome score. I've been looking at this for a very long time. And yeah, Aphex Twin, one of his best. And finally, I don't love the idea of framing records, but I have 3 copies of this, so there's at least 2 that I can play. I decided to frame this variant because thanks to an amazing dude on the Vinyl Collector forums who had a copy of this for sale for insanely cheap, $15. I don't know. I managed to get one of my favorite albums of all time framed, and it's going on my wall. I just gotta figure out where. This album is a huge inspiration to me. This album was largely in part for me falling in love with down-tempo music and really changed my music taste for the better. I've seen this band a handful of times, and this album is my favorite of their albums, and to have a fully signed version that he got signed because he worked on the tour with them for this. So we had this signed directly from all 4 members. I present to you Tycho's Awake, signed by the band, the purple Newberry Comics variant, which I thought was really cool in the frame. I was thinking about doing the beige, but I wanted to frame this because I thought it looked really nice next to the iconic cover image and the beige kind of plain jacket. Really stoked on this. Can't believe for $15 this is now in my possession. This is gonna be something I treasure for the rest of my life. Alright guys, that is the B-side for February. There will be no B-side or A-side in March because TMR Fest is all consuming. There's gonna be a lot of content before and after that. It's gonna take up all my time, but don't fret. I'm sure I'll talk about albums I love and records I get in live streams and on social media. So make sure you're following me on all social media. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel because you don't want to miss any amazing content I put out or giveaways I do. Like this video, so make sure you go to the description, check out how to enter the giveaway. I'm going to give this amazing PowerPCMe record away to some great fan. Look forward to seeing who wins it. And yeah, more videos to come, guys. Thank you for watching the channel. Take it easy.